things had gotten a little stale under Gottfried, and Gail's trying to kind of figure stuff out as we go into the mid to late 1990s. So we're going to pick it up today. Let's see what happens. In May 1996, Kjeld suddenly announced Lego's latest objective to his favorite journalist, Eichel Everett, whose jaw dropped immediately. Right away, he asked the rhetorical question, wait, what's that? Loony, unrealistic delusions of grandeur? It was an entirely new strategic plan. By 2005, Lego, bag four on Santa's post office, incoming, let's go. It was an entirely new strategic plan. By 2005, Lego would be the strongest brand amongst family with children. Nothing less than that. It wasn't until 1997, however, that Kjeld and the rest of the senior management team presented the full proposal in a folder printed with the words, "Toward the year 2005. That was distributed to all staff members. The presentation repeated the grand, overreaching goals and outlines. It was a way of thinking that Kjeld would often find himself having to defend over the next 5 or 6 years, from within as well as without, because it seemed to supplant Gottfried's old doctrine entirely. We don't want to be the biggest, we want to be the best. Kjeld said, I think the 2005 objective has been a bit misunderstood and interpreted as though I wanted reckless growth. First and foremost, I wanted us to be the world's strongest brand. It was actually a statement I'd made before in the late 80s when we were on par with brands like Raleigh, Rolex, Disney, and Coca-Cola. In every international survey, we were on top because families in all sorts of countries said Lego's products meant a lot to them. So I didn't feel like my ideas were completely off base, or that ambition was incompatible with the old Lego doctrine of not being the biggest but the best. So many people said, phew, we've got a lot of growing to do, Kjeld, if we're going to achieve this. My reply was, of course we've got to grow, but it's even more important to build the brand around children and children's development. That must be reflected in everything we do. That was the vision behind the objective. To many people's ears, it sounded almost like delusions of grandeur. I didn't think so at all because I was convinced we could do it. It was only a matter of time. That was all from Kjeld. When the time came for Kjeld to present the goals in Lego's employee magazine in the summer of 1997, he recommended they highlight and explain a few words from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Kjeld believed that the quotation could serve as a beacon, guiding Lego employees towards a shared understanding and a common goal of making Lego the world's highest profitable brand amongst family and children all across the world. Would you tell me, please, this is a quote from Alice in Wonderland, that, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? That depends on a good deal on where you want to get to, said the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way you go, said the cat. Yeah, it was probably a bit arcane, that quotation, said Kjeld, but the thing is, what the cat says at the end is that